Let's begin with President Rodrigo Duterte ramping up his tirades against some of the country's biggest and most influential companies. Jem Avancenia has the story.
President Rodrigo Duterte has a tight schedule despite the holiday season. After attending Jose Rizal's death anniversary ceremony in Davao City, he went straight to Mlang, North Cotabato. He handed out cash assistance to earthquake victims, but his speech centered on big businesses, launching diatribes against giant companies such as ABS-CBN.
Itong ABS, mag-expire ang contract ninyo, mag-renew kayo, ayawan ko lang kung ang mangyayari sa inyo. Ako pa sa iyo, pagbili na ninyo yan.
The network's franchise expires on March 30, and Duterte says it's about time the public exacts revenge against the station's alleged wrongdoings.
I will make sure that you will remember this episode of our times forever.
In another event in Digo City, Davao del Sur, he discussed the irregularities on the contracts of Maynilad and Manila Water. He also warned that he will order the arrest of the two concessionaires if they refuse to cooperate.
Pangalinan pati si Ayala, there is a violation of law. A crime has been committed. You cannot reform that contract. You cannot novate whatever, because right at the beginning, it is null and void. Ngayon, magkagulo ito, I will declare a suspension of the writ of habeas corpus and I will arrest all of them. I want billionaires inside the prison.
He expressed willingness to negotiate with them but says threats to halt operations will not succeed.
Arestuhin ko talaga kayo. Maniwala kayo, gusto kong bilyonaryo makita sa kulungan. Put mo kong bullshit. At yung tubig na yan ninyo, I will order the military to take over.
Even the broadsheet Philippine Daily Inquirer was not spared. Duterte claims the Inquirer is the mouthpiece of oligarchs.
Kayong mga dan sa Inquirer, binabayaran kayo. You are no better than a prostitute. You sell your talent to the rich against the poor.
The president also seeks to start the construction of the Kaliwa and Wawa Dam as soon as possible. He says it's the last resort to solve Metro Manila's water woes. Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System last October obtained an environment compliance certificate that would allow the project to proceed to the next stage of planning. Duterte is set to return to Davao del Sur this weekend to hand over additional financial assistance to the victims of earthquakes in the province. For News 5, Jem Avancenia, we are One News.
Meanwhile, the president has reiterated an openness to speaking face-to-face with communist leader Jose Maria Sison. In as friendly a tone as Mr. Duterte can be had, the president said Sison can consider flying home to speak with him alone without any panel. Mr. Duterte even joked that peace talks would be easier with the communist leader as he has allegedly been suffering some hearing loss.
Medyo bungol-bungol na daw. Mas maganda yan. Kaya ano sabihin ko, pumayag siya.
The president, meanwhile, renewed his offer of housing and livelihood for communist rebels who surrender. He said more NPA members have been coming down from the hills to turn themselves in. Mr. Duterte also offered skills and training programs and education for those who lay down their arms. For his part, Sison says he will not back out of peace negotiations despite the army allegedly having deployed forces for a planned annual plenum in Bacuag, Surigao del Norte, and supposedly not abiding by its own declared unilateral ceasefire.
So, sabi ko, pag abot ng kaser, pag nag-approve ang buong kaser, pwede na akong tumuloy sa Pilipinas. Dahil magiging confident ako na yung sundalo ng magkabila, mga pamilya nila makikinabang sa land reform at yung pagpaparami ng trabaho sa pamamagitan ng national industrialization.